Yes, number one, what was your favorite dish during childhood? Well, for me, I try remember, but related to my breakfast, I I don't change a lot because I love I eat now I don't remember the name, but uh, was free range chicken cooked frango caipira cozido with pirão de farinha. And now I love this, yes. But when I watched, I love it a lot. This because my mother had a lot of chicken at home, and take care of the chicken at home because we lived in a small city. And then it was possible have chicken chickens. And then for me was this, I have a good memories about this dish in my childhood. The flavor and the appearance of the dish, and for me it's a good memory.
So nice, that's so nice. And I really like it too until then. And let me see. Oh, it's your turn.
When Aparecida said about the free range eggs, I remember that is so many dishes that I remember from my childhood, but that is one that I love it since today. My mom used to make a homemade pasta with this free range eggs, those eggs that you only find in the countryside, very yellow. And oh my gosh, one day I remember I always want to try it again. Then my mom made this pasta, and she cooked them so thinly, very thinly. And after we cook it, and we would eat it with a sauce, always on Sundays and Sundays after we got to the church. Always I remember that, and I remember she would make it minestrone too for dinner with this home pasta too. And we love it since today. And always sometime we get together to eat it when someone make it kind of home pasta and calls for others to go to get home to eat together. I always
Mm.
remember it.
Mm. And for you, Norberto.
Okay. About my questions, I read my response, okay? And my favorite dish was and still is barbecue. When I was a
Mm.
child, my father always made the barbecue. When I become an adult, I'm the one who makes barbecue for him.
So nice. That's so nice. I'm suspect person because I love too. And for you, Bru.
So it's delicious, no? Thank God because I knew eating now. And egg, barbecue, oh my gosh. So when I was child, I love it too much. My mother cooking lasagna, delicious lasagnas. Oh my God. Now it's still lasagna today. I love it too much, and I know to cook this. And it's very interesting because Rosalia said about the egg, yellow. I don't know the name the egg. So yellow because caipira, no, it's tradition. But when you buy in the supermarket, oh my gosh, it's not the same. It's completely different. It's white,
Yeah.
the gemo. So interesting. That's it. But of course, the other food, the other dish, it's very interesting when I was child. But in my mind, I remember a lot the lasagna. That's it.
Me too. Me too. And good morning, Anka. Everything's okay?
Morning. Yeah, everything's okay.
And it's your turn. Please introduce yourself, and after that, answer the question number 1, please.
Okay, I think just Norberto don't know me. Nice to meet you, Norberto. Welcome. My name is Bianca. I am 28, and I am living in São Roque with my family. And my favorite dish during the childhood, it was sweet cornmeal porridge with banana, que é mingau de fubá com banana. My grandma always did it to me. And I really love it. And to bolinho de chuva with banana too. We had banana trees in my house when I was a child, so we ate banana a lot in several kind of meal, I think.
It's so nice. And I remember when you said the banana because I'm a suspect person. I love it. And for example, I put at my lunch with rice and beans. And for me, it is okay. I love so much. And now is number 2. Norberto, can you read it for us, please?
Okay. Was there any food you didn't like as a child but love now? Yes. Uh, I didn't like eggplant, but now I love all kinds of dishes that use eggplant.
Okay. And for you, Ro?
Hi guys, I'm here trying to remember some dish that I didn't like and like now, because I love to eat. Then I can't remember some meal that I don't like, because if there is some food that I didn't know, I want to try it. Then it's difficult to thinking about the some food that I didn't like and like now, or that I don't like. That's it.
That's so nice. And for you, Bianca?
I was trying to translate, but when I was a child, I was a typical child. I think I didn't like vegetables, but my grandma helped me with this, helped me or forced me to eat, and it's correct to do that. But nowadays, I really love jiló. Here, it's like our bitter tomato or African eggplant. I didn't know that this is the translation. Beetroot, beterraba, and zucchini, abobrinha, and carrot too. But nowadays, I really love all of this. Nowadays, I know how to cook these too, because my grandma teach me how to do it. So yeah, the things change, thanks God.
That's so nice. And for you, Bru?
Bianca, I understand that your mother forced you in this moment, because it's necessary, that the
Yeah.
children, but it's traditional. The children in general don't like a vegetable. It's okay. No, it's not okay. In my house, it's obligation to eat a vegetable for my children. So in my case, I hate in the past when I was child mayonnaise salad. I- uh, I I ate all the vegetable, includes the mayonnaise cream, but when my mother add the on the same bowl, so I hate. I don't know, maybe the condiments she's put I don't know, but Now I love and I make this for my family. And all the time when I start to eat the mayonnaise salad, my father say, it's very interesting because in the past you hate this and I needed to obligate you to eat this, so it's terrible. But I don't know how I started to eat, but I try and now I love to eat mayonnaise salad.
Bru, have some kind of food that you need force your child, for example, to eat?
Yes, and special jiló that Yanka said, but it's not obligation. But if I put something in, I set on the table, they needed to eat. So in the other vegetable is quiabo. I forget the name. But the other vegetable is it's so nice. They eat easy. But quiabo nowadays sometimes is terrible. But it needed to eat. They needed to eat.
And for you, Aparecida?
For me, when I was a child, I hate jiló too, and the quiabo. I find the translation quiabo okra. I don't know. It's okay, but now I eat these vegetables and I like. I don't love it, but I like. Some kind of cooking jiló I love, but some people don't know cooking jiló. And it's terrible. But I eat and some kind of cooking. I don't know how they are very good and jiló and okra, quiabo. Now I eat and I like it. It's okay for me because I know vegetables. The vegetables are important for our health and here my child need to eat vegetables too. I insist and I try put some when I made a jiló or okra. I put in for her taste it, but not obliged. Some kind of different vegetables I try introduce slowly to flavor because she eat the most of vegetables. Then I try to introduce the others, different others vegetables slowly to not create problems in the future for her. Because when I was child, I had problems not with my mother, but my ankles obliged us to eat some kind of food is not interesting. Obliged, not interesting, not force, but introduce, explain, and convince the child to eat. I believe it's more. And sometimes I need to put in like carrot or some other vegetable, normal vegetables. I insist and you eat it, not the flavor. It's okay. I eat it.
And when I was a child, I remember that the neighbor made some kind of stroganoff and she put so much ketchup. And for example, when you saw the stroganoff, it's so red. So today I make stroganoff. So, but it's better because I put the balance, all the condiments that I need to put in my stroganoff. But when I was a child, my mom don't made stroganoff, just my neighbor. So all the time when the person, for example, asked me, "Oh, you would like to eat stroganoff?" No, I don't like it. But now I learning make stroganoff, and for me, it's okay, it's the best. And let me see. Now is number 3. Oh, can you read it for us, please?
Number 3. Do you remember a snack you used to bring to school? Guys, that is a funny story about this because I become a family with 8 siblings. Then the first 4 of us, always used to bring to school potato sweet with a boil of milk. Imagine it. Only this. Then after after 4, they never had left had the courage with the school. Then it was our snack to bring to school. Then sometime when you are together, I will remember that you always eat in the school potato sweetie with a boiled milk. It's a funny story, but it was what we used to do.
That's nice. And for you, Bianca?
Delicious. My grandpa used to do it too. It's very nice. It's funny because in our head, when you think about the combination of food,
It's
we
so
think, oh my
different,
God.
but it's okay.
Yeah, maybe it's a regional stuff. I don't know. My
Yeah.
grandpa, it was from Bahia. I don't know if it's a regional stuff, Rosalia. Do you have some parents that came from there, the Northeast or
Oh
some?
yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, in my case, I always drank a lot of coffee during my high school, for example, and until today, I really love everything that I can eat, drink coffee, bread, snacks, or cookies, and so on. And during my high school, I always ate corn stretch cookies, que é biscoito de maisena, but that kind that it's sequilho, that melt in your mouth, that it's white and so on, and I really love it. And there's with several different kinds of flavor, like with lemon or baunilha or orange, laranja, and so on. And I really love it. Until today, I really love to eat this because I like this feeling to melt in my mouth.
That's so nice because I really like young children. It's so tasty, in my opinion. And for you, Bruno?
I studied at a public school, so there was snacks in common, for example, rice with sardinha, I don't know, and fish. It's very tradition. Cook with quick with the milky and flavor the strawberry quick. Or Todd, for example, is tradition too, the chocolate. When I changed the school and continue in the public school, but I needed to take my snack, for example, it's traditional to take a fruit, apple, for example. It's more common than the other things because my mother understands this, that it's necessary to put a healthy snack. So, but of course, sometimes I buy something different. For example, I love fandangos, and it's traditional to buy in the school, no? That's it.
And nowadays, I don't know exactly if you have this where you live, Bru, but here it's some like return, for example, the Nesquik about the strawberry.
Return.
Have you here?
Yeah, but after my childhood, it stopped. I don't know why,
Yes.
and now
Mm-hmm.
returned quickly. It's true.
Mm-hmm. That's so nice. And for you, Aparecida?
Well, like Bruna, I studied in public school, then I didn't take a snack to school. But I had a snack at the school, and my favorite snack was, until today I love, was rice pudding, arroz doce. I don't know if the name is correct, rice pudding, arroz doce. I love, but when they did in the school, they cook in the school was so wonderful. I don't know why. The rice pudding at the school was wonderful. I remember the flavor until now. I don't know why. I believe because I was a child. I don't know, but it's interesting. They remember the flavor when I was reading the question. I try to remember. Rice pudding. I remember because in the nowadays, I don't remember this. It's a memory, an old memory, but it's interesting. Is this?
And like Hebrew and you, Aparecida, I studied at the public school too, and I remember some kind of mingau chocolate, and it's almost, for example, like a chandelle nowadays. And I really like it. I never can made this, for example, nowadays. And I remember the taste, the flavor. It's nice. And for you, Norbert,
Um, so I remember I brought a little bread roll. It was a little baguette, bisnaguinha, and a fruit like orange or apple or banana. And I also brought orange or lemon juice.
oh, nice. And now is number 4. Yeah, can you read it for us, please?
Tem, was there any sweet or dessert that you always asked for? I always asked for to my grandma cassava flour with sugar in the fry pan. That is farinha de mandioca with sugar, a frigideira. And the sugar melt and evolve the cassava flavor. So it became a sweet that it's very tasty, and I really like it too because it's crack, make some crack thing, and it was really nice. But the bolinho de chuva with banana too, I always ask it for her with canela and sugar involving, that kind of thing that we do. And because I think it's this because my grandma always made café da tarde to us, lunch in the afternoon. During the vacations, all my cousins came to my grandma house, and I remember she doing big lunches in the afternoon to all of us with a lot of these, a lot of this kind of meal, mainly bolinho de chuva with banana and canela. So it's something that I always ask it for her. And until today, sometimes I ask to my mom, or I do too.
That's so nice. And I never eat the cassava sweet, like you said.
It's
Isn't
very
it?
tasty.
It's some kind of like when you, for example, tapioca.
No, the cassava is still cassava, is still farinha, but I don't know how can I explain. Ainda fica separado, sabe? Doesn't merge as a tapioca. But I don't know. Someday I can make and send you a photo maybe and you can see it.
I will search some kind of recipe about this. And for you, Bruno?
Try to remember a specific dessert candy that I asked for my mother, for example. But I think it's tradition that my mother made like, sweet rice, and I put cinnamon. But it's tradition because it's cheaper, no, to do the sweet rice. For example, I think that's it. Because, for example, today I don't like too much the pudding. For example, I eat, but it's not my favorite dessert. And the other chocolate all the time I eat and I love but a specific candy in dessert, I think it's sweet rice. Nowadays I don't like too much, but because I prefer much more the other thing is with chocolate. But it's okay. But in the past I think it's sweet rice, with cinnamon.
You don't like pudding? You don't like pudding, Bruno?
No, I don't like. No, today I like, but not too much. No, I don't have it. Is as a fissura. For example, for my husband, he loves a lot pudding, so I think his favorite dessert is pudding
I
because it's
love it.
traditional in the
Yeah.
Christmas. The Christmas, for example, every Christmas, even you have a pudding, for example. It's tradition, the dessert.
I really like pudding, but in my family have a difference about pudding. For example, I really love it, and my mommy and me really love it, the pudding without some kinds of rolling, a little rolling, some kinds of, sem os buraquinhos. Yes, and for example, my sister-in-law love just with some kinds of the rolls. So when it's make a na event when I don't know to say in English, quando você desinforma. In my family, for example, it's so common, for example, when you cut, oh my gosh, have a rolling
Oh
or
no.
without a rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, I will ask you if okay, but when how I say that we have a role or no, for example, because it's impossible to know, no? No, I put a
Mm-hmm.
specific ingredient and in this moment you create the whole in the end, for example. No, I have a I understand that you don't have a não é certo. It's not right that you have a role in the pudding, no.
Yeah, and in my family, it's so interesting because, for example, when the pudding has rolly, I don't eat. My mom too, and my sister-in-law love it. And when don't have it rolling, I really love it. And for example, it's possible I eat all the pudding.
But the flavor is the same, no?
I think so, but for example, for me, when have some kind of this role, it's I don't know how to say in English, é como se tivesse a cauda dentro desses buraquinhos.
Oh,
So this make the pudding it's more it's
sweet.
more
Yeah.
sweet. So I don't like it. It's just
Oh.
because this. And for you, Parecida?
Well, I remember I always asked my mother make it dulce de leite. I don't know, doce de leite, but not condensed milk. Dulce de leite, like Spanish, I don't know, but it's this dulce de leite, and we always had milk at home because my father has the cows, and we always had a lot of milk. And my mother's dulce de leite was so wonderful, so amazing. I love it always until now. I love it. But now we don't not rice cows. It's the more complicated, and the milk needs to be natural, not in boxes in the supermarket to make this kind of dulce de leite. Then I have one information to you, Tamara, about this pudding, because I know the difference. My mother make this
When you make it,
o pudim de condensed milk. My mother not put in the blender, não coloca no liquidificador, made by hand with a
uhum.
fork and don't have these holes. My mother's pudding always wonderful too. But I don't have her patience. Always I put in the blender. Because the blender milks fastly and the air between the ingredients. But when we put with the hand with the fork, slowly and the air don't go to the milk and the other ingredients. Is this the reason? And I know because when my mother came here, she make this pudding for me. I love it. But when I make the pudding, the pudding have this host. That you understand? It's
Yeah.
the correct way to do, but it's a technique. My mother have had this technique, but I don't have patience. I don't have. I know how to do, but I don't have patience. It's this.
And it's so funny because, for example, I tried make all the kind of, I don't know how to say in English, jeito de fazer. I tried without blender, with blender. And when I make some pudding, don't have some kind of hole. And when my sister-in-law make, have a hole. So it's like a make you dilemma in my family. And for you, Roberto.
So I remember that I always asked my mother to make gelatin and sweet rice with cinnamon. I always like gelatin a lot, and I when I eat it, I remember my childhood.
And for you,
My five favorite is pudding too. Is my mom always used to make pudding to cook. It's the same maybe, but it's make with flour and milk. It never use leite condensado because in this time there is no.
mhm,
Uh, and always I remember we ask for her to make pudding to cook because it's made with a free range eggs and sweet. And since today I make it for my husband because he loves and he don't like so much with leite condensado. Then
mhm.
always I make it with the flour.
It's so common, for example, the name is about the pudding of the bakery. It's like
Yeah,
when,
it's more or less. Yeah,
yes, and I know with other name too, pudding of a bar, pudim de
pudding the
bar,
Mhm.
pudim de bar. I really like it. And my mom make the pudding with bread.
Mm.
Yes, I don't know how she makes this, but it's so nice too.
And sweet rice, and sometime my mom left it on the em cima do fogão, on the oven. I think that's right. Stove with this. Sometimes it's sweet, rice sweet, and sometimes it's rice salt with milk.
With milk,
Yeah,
I guess I never eat
and
it.
salt. Mhm. So
Oh,
nice. Yeah.
it's interesting. And everybody can answer this question, okay? Yes? So now is number 5. Bru, can you read it for us, please?
Sure. What was the food your mom or grandma made best when you were a child? I think it's kitten we in saffron sauce, molho de açafrão. So it's tradition in my family. I don't know. I think it's tradition in Minas Gerais, for example, and my mother and my grandma made this so best, so best. I love it too much, and it's a tradition and special for the in the lunch in the on the Sunday. You together your family and that's a traditional food dish in my family. I love too much, but I hate to stay close kitchen. For example, I hate. I'm afraid of kitchen. For example, when I in my grandma house, for example, and they had kitchen in the in the garden. So no, I don't want this because I'm afraid with it kitchen. I hate. I prefer much more eat the kitchen. Kitchen, no, chicken. Oh my God, kitchen, cozinha, chicken, the kitchen, chicken. That's it. Sorry.
Don't worry, Bru. It's almost the same when you speak, no?
Yeah.
Mm. And for you, Yanka.
I was searching in here. Well, the first one is Christmas shank, pernil de Natal, that my grandma had a specific recipe to do that. My family bought a big shank, a big a big shank, and then my grandma made some rolls on it and put on this a mix of carrots, bacon, calabresa, coentro, and so on these rolls, and then put to assar for several hours, like 18 hours. I don't know, because we went to sleep and the next day we wake up and it was still in there, assando and so on. It was really tasty. I love it during the Christmas parties. And another one I was searching in here, the recipe is vatapá. It was in the Sexta-feira Santa, but I don't know what is the recipe to do vatapá. I never searched about it, and I don't know how to do, guys. So I will have to search more, but I don't know if you know vatapá. I can't explain what there are on it because I don't agree with these recipes. I don't think that my grandma made in this way, It seems that there are a lot of other things on it. But we put azeite de dendê, shrimps, gengibre too, and more, a lot of things. I don't know, but it was it.
And for you, Aparecida.
I love vatapá, but I don't know how to make it too. Well, for me, when I was child, the food I always I believe was Baião de Dois. It's a Nordeste recipe made with rice, beans, and I don't know this butter, milk butter, manteiga de leite. There in Nordeste they call it manteiga de leite and cheiro verde. I don't know how I've typed this in English, but something like this. I love it. I love it. Now here in Goiás we can't make it because we don't have the ingredients here because the beans it's different there in Nordest, and here it's difficult. We find this kind of beans. But sometimes when someone goes to Northeast and came, my mother asked to bring the beans, and she cooks. It's so wonderful. I love it. I don't know if someone knows this kind of food, but I love it. But the needs to be with the correct beans and with the correct butter. So it's not the original.
I never make this baião de dois. I just eat.
I don't make this in my home too. I don't know. It's simple, but the ingredients needs to be the correct.
Mhm. It's interesting. And for you, Norberto?
So my mother always cooked very well. Unfortunately, she passed away. She was always praised for the food she made. I highlight a roast chicken with mayonnaise. Uh, it was a dish that everyone in the family looked forward to.
It's about chicken with what?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Some kind like a mayonnaise of chicken. Is it?
No, it's a chicken who cooked in panela,
Mhm.
and after this, pass mayonnaise and farinha de rosca,
Mm.
and em forno para finalizar.
It's so nice. It's so nice. And for you, Ro?
Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Uh, for me, that the cook that I remember, I think my grandmother. Always, I remember. Then she waited for us when she had passed away for a long, but she always waited for us with your apple avental full of some different cookies and colorful cookie. Then we love it. And maybe for that, then since today I love so much to make some cookies, then it put me calm down when I make it. Then always every week I need to make some cookie for us. And for my mom, I don't know, there is some different cookie because my mom used to do always run rice and beans. It's traditional, but since today I go to my mother's house to eat your beans because I love it. My husband too. If we are there and my mom are cooking beans, he always said, I need to eat it. I think it's your beans.
It's different. You eat, for example, when you make the beans, and for example, after 2 days, it's totally
Yeah.
different, you know? Yeah. And now is I will choose the number 80. Aparecida, can you read for us, please? Your microphone is muted.
Sorry. Well, again, 8. Do you have any funny stories related to childhood food? Well, I don't know if it's funny, but now I believe for me it's, but when I was child, not was so funny, but however, there was cooked chicken in my home, frango cozido in my home. My sister and I would fight over the chicken gizzard. A gente brigava por causa da moeda.
It happened with me too.
My mother had to break the gizzard to please both of us on she breaks the gizzard for us. Then now it's funny, but when I was child, not was so funny too because we fight always we fight every day when my mother made a cooked chicken. It's so complicated, but I believe we fight because we like to fight. I don't know. Because the chicken had one gizzard always, of course, because the one chicken always for the family, not two chickens, one for everyone, and
Yeah.
it's so interesting. Something happened when we was child. I don't know why we fight because of this.
When my mom make the galinhada until nowadays, I both 1 kilo, for example, about moela, and for example, asked for her put all the 1 kilo about moela because we don't have some kind of fight in my family. And for you, Norberto?
I try speak about no story. Um, in my childhood, my uncle in the feira um, decides eat acarajé. So the saleswoman ask him, "Do you want acarajé hot or cold?" And my uncle responds, "Of course, hot, of course." But he don't know about hot, acarajé hot. It's much pimenta. So I I remember que eu ri muito daquilo.
Oh my gosh, it's I have a lot of spice, no? And for you,
Oh my gosh, I was remember about the chicken that Aparecida said. In my family, always my mom cook a middle of cooking for everybody. Then put that slice with one slice with one. Then one of my siblings, he trying to be wiser than the others. Then he always prepare your plate and put your slice below of the meal and cover this slice of kitten, then waiting for to see that you rest one of other. Then always he comply. I don't have my slice. Where are my slice? Then always we said about this. because he always trying to have a two slice of pizza, and then I always stay waiting for water.
And for you, Bru.
Your brother is very smart, no, Rosalio? So, I think it's don't have a specific funny story about food and childhood, but in the when I was child, I don't like too much beet. Do you know beet? Beterraba. So, and my mother said for me that if you chew slowly, you feel a taste like a corn. Oh, what's that? Yes, you chew slowly. You okay? I try, and yes, true. I don't know if something in my mind. You change your mindset, and okay, I eat like a corn. It's okay because I love corn, but nowadays, no. I understand that the beet don't have a taste like corn. It's a beet, only this. Only this. I don't have a specific story, funny story. Like Rosália and Aparecida, for example.
Mhm. And for you, Bianca.
I don't know if it's a funny story too, but when I was a child, we had a lot of chicken in our yard. And my grandma, well, we ate the eggs that the chicken made. And my grandma sometimes kill the kitchens to do, and to eat. And I never saw she doing this. But one day I saw she doing this, and I never ate again the chicken because the chicken has name, I gave names to the like margarita and so on. And one day I had to eat margarita, and she was really sad to me.
I can imagine. Oh my gosh. So, guys, unfortunately, we don't have more time. So, I hope to see you in the next week and have a great day. See you guys.
See you. Bye.
Bye.